Sitcoms are a cheap way to make money on jokes that aren't funny, a story that has no plot, and while putting in zero effort. Too harsh? A sitcom is a story that only needs a premise and characters to make the story work. Most plot threads start and end in the episode itself, and most consequences and story beats exist in the vacuum of the adventure of the week. This formula is a gold mine. As long as you can think of wacky plots and a compelling set of characters and circumstances, you're in. As long as you can think of wacky plots and a compelling set of characters and circumstances, you're in. Keep that money truck running for 20 plus seasons and everyone will be set for life. Now, the definition of a sitcom is broader than you think. It includes your typical sitcom-y-like stories, such as Friends or The Big Bang Theory. But if you apply the definition I just gave, then shows like Phineas and Ferb and even SpongeBob count as sitcoms too. A compelling set of circumstances and characters that have episodic plots where everything exists in a vacuum. Only in a sitcom can SpongeBob and Squidward be turned into snails and then be fine the very next episode. But I really don't feel like fishing with a net that wide. So what we're going to talk about specifically is live-action teenage sitcoms on the Nickelodeon and Disney channels that ran from 2000 to now. Sorry, Boy Meets World, you are a few years too early. Now, for a while, I've been an unabashed, blind hater of sitcoms. This video essay was supposed to be me running them over with my SUV and saying they're the sludge of TV. But while researching for it, I think I have a new perspective. So here we go, a list of things I hate about sitcoms. Fun fact, I've been stressing about how to structure this script, which is why this video is late even by my one essay a month standards. But this script may be the best I could come up with, so let's get right into it. I hate how sitcoms have gotten so stupid. Let's think about Lizzie McGuire for a second. I was so surprised by Lizzie McGuire, because when I went to rewatch some for this video essay, it was actually grounded and fun. The pacing was nice, the characters were not screaming their lines, and no one was getting into stupid antics just for a cheap laugh. Something must have changed since then.
Are you wearing a shirt for pants? Yes!
Like, what if a thirsty person gets injured? Do you give them first aid first and then lemonade? Or lemonade first and then second aid?
Steaming some artichokes. How do you guys like yours cooked? Soft? Firm? You like a firm artichoke?
I like the regular look. Oh, thank goodness. Even I can't pull off ears that big.
Sitcoms have decided that they now need at least one character that's not just a little dim-witted or ditzy. We're talking full-blown stupidity in the truest meaning of the word. If you're looking at most modern sitcoms 2020 plus, might as well make them chock full of characters like that. Characters that can't function properly, who know very little unless it's for a joke, can't pronounce basic words, have no social skills, are taken advantage of and looked down on by the other characters, have poor emotional regulation. Tell me, why do we need characters that are this stupid? Sometimes I wonder if the people writing modern sitcoms really know how to write a joke. Without the laugh track blasting every single time someone says a word, there would be dead silence every time one of these stupid characters made a joke.
1, 2, 4, 5.
The stupid characters aren't the only bad role models, though. I hate how sitcoms glorify really crummy character traits. Sitcoms will typically pull from this pool of stereotypes. The basic main character, the ditzy attractive one, the immature Einstein, the annoying younger sibling, the casual jerk, the stupid character, the weak, stereotypically feminine boy, and then, of course, the juvenile, clueless parents. While the take on these archetypes may vary from show to show, the essence of each remains the same. Worst case scenario, the negative aspects of each archetype remain unpunished or even praised.
What up with the disco?
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing.
No! 15 years ago, your mother gave birth to the wrong thing!
All right, don't try to intimidate me. I am a citizen of Seattle, and I am taking these kids home right now because I told them, oh God, I'm afraid. Wait!
Say that ready.
Happy?
Yeah, I got a superpower.
You just let every criminal out of Swellview Prison.
With my superpower.
Oh!
Never do that again!
You're not the boss of me.
I could hardly find any characters in any of these sitcoms who are good role models. Even your traditionally good characters like Carly Shay or Andre Harris don't have a single relationship that lasts more than an episode or a two-parter. And yeah, that's not great either, even if most of their traits are positive. Jade West has to be the meanest fictional character I've ever seen in anything. She gets rewarded with friends who will do anything for her and the most attractive guy at her school. Spencer is either too immature to be respected or just plain easy to disobey when he does put his foot down. Liv and Joey are squeaky, ditzy, and annoying. Alex Russo is selfish and rebellious, though she does tend to get more comeuppance than Sam, who also shares these traits to an excessive degree. And Lele screams every line she reads in the pilot of her show. Let's look back at why the stupid characters exist. Unchanged characters with exaggerated traits exist for the sake of dollar store jokes. Instead of developing these characters and taking the time to make them well-rounded individuals with flaws but also virtues and that are capable of learning lessons, they go back to the easy option. Because why spend a fortune on good food when you can gorge yourself on nothing but cheap cotton candy? That's pretty smart, actually. That's what these sitcoms are. Cotton candy. Good in small doses, but if you sit back and think about the fact that it's just fluffy, colored junk food, it starts to make sense why eating too much makes you sick.
The kids in Disney Channel shows were brats, and the parents were idiots with no control over their households whatsoever. The parents were always the butts of the joke. The kids were punching down on the parent.
Sitcom issues become the most apparent in later seasons. I hate how sitcoms get dumber and dumber as the seasons go on. Let's look at these characters again, but we'll compare their early and later appearances.
It says, write a single scene script between 7 and 10 pages. The scene must involve a mystery. Ooh. Use at least 3 characters and have a surprise plot twist. Give me my keys back. Where's my house key? I'll take her to the nurse. I swallowed it. We'll see it again. Anybody but me would punch you right in the head.
Which is why you are my best friend.
Good to know. Now, why are you mine? Because I'm a lovable person.
That old lady stole your laptop? I'm gonna juice that old prune.
As shows get long, writers may leave, and new ones may come in. The new ones are not going to have as deep an understanding of the characters, so the characters devolve. Of course, original writers can also get tired, or company executives can realize what a cash cow the show is and start controlling things more. Whatever the reason may be, the result remains the same. The last season of a show will very rarely meet the original standards of the first, unless, of course, the show only gets a 2 or 3 season run. And now, of course, we're in the age of reboots, and something about seeing these grown adults go back to the sitcom format but trying to be edgy at the same time is just weird. Though to be real, I have been obsessed with iCarly reboot Creddy.
The last update put the calendar notifications on the bottom. Who knows what they'll dream up next?
You can't keep it together because of this ham sandwich?
Speaking of relationships, I hate how sitcoms have the crummiest relationships.
That's it. Get out of here before I do a double fist dance on your face.
What might happen if you don't...
Alyssa Vaughn is just a friend. Yeah, a friend who's already sent you 6 text messages today. 7.
You don't know that's her.
Is it?
It's a text message.
And what does it say? Maybe, hi, Beck. My daddy just got richer and I got prettier. Let's make out.
If it wasn't for you, I don't know if I would have got on that bowl. And if it wasn't for you, I don't know if I would have survived in New York. You're really important to me.
You're my brother, Lucas. And I'm your sister.
How do you feel about him, Maya?
Why can't we just have a normal, healthy relationship? Why do we have to have an abusee falling in love with his abuser? A chick magnet who enjoys making his jerky girlfriend angry? Whatever that love triangle in Girl Meets World was supposed to be? Why is it that the best relationships are ones that never happened? Liv and Josh, Tori and Andre, even Carly and Freddie could have been good with a few tweaks. At least Lizzie finally liked Gordo back at the end, or I would have been so sad. Explaining why the relationships in sitcoms tend to be so bad would just be beating a dead horse. We all know why the writing is this bad at this point. Instead, I'm gonna work hard on a treat for you all. I did a video before my channel reboot rewriting SETI, and I'm gonna try to recreate it. Wish me luck. Let's see how close I can get to the original, though there's no way of knowing for sure because I deleted it. So to make SETI work, it's going to need significant build-up. Keep it subtle, but Sam would need to start slowly becoming nicer to Freddy over the course of the seasons. By the time we get to the episode where everyone thinks she likes Brad, she would hardly be mean to him at all anymore. Freddy talks to Sam, thinking that they're talking about Brad, but then she kisses him, just like the show. However, while Freddy is shocked, he doesn't really know what to think about it, because he only sees her as his bully and reluctant friend. He has no idea how they could work together. The two of them then talk to Carly separately. Carly goes into her conversation with Freddy with the intention of trying to convince him to date Sam, but once he gives his perspective on the matter, she can't deny that he has a point. She talks to Sam again, and Sam goes out of her way to be super sweet to Freddy to try to get him to like her. When it looks like she has no hope, that's when she checks herself into the mental hospital. They go to get her out, and then Freddy decides to give the relationship a shot despite his reservations. Between each couple episode, we're gonna have filler episodes, because for this to really work, it needs to last the whole season. Next episode is the one where they fight all the time. This can stay relatively the same. Despite all their fights, they are pretty happy with each other, and Freddy is starting to catch legitimate feelings. Few more filler episodes, then Freddy's mom finds out. Freddy finds out about Sam sabotaging his application to tech camp, or whatever he was gonna do. And we can add in how Freddy talks bad about Sam to his mom behind her back in an attempt to hide the relationship. Add a few more filler episodes, but this is when things start to fall apart a bit. They forgive each other, but their heads are starting to win over their hearts, and by the time Carly tells them to do things together, you can tell they're both starting to get tired trying to keep the spark alive. Sam ruins the train club meeting, Freddy ruins her visit with her uncle and cousin in prison, and then after a reluctant iCarly episode, they have the conversation in the elevator and break up. Freddy goes home, but Sam goes back up to the studio and breaks down to Carly, because after so long of slowly falling for Freddy, having their relationship fall is still going to be heartbreaking. And then we're going to need one more episode to address the fallout. Sam is meaner than ever to Freddy, but once they talk things through, they're back on good terms. And there you have it. SETI now works. You're welcome! Now, the saddest thing that I hate about sitcoms is that they have ruined an entire generation of child actors. I haven't seen Quiet on Set, but I've watched plenty of videos about the work culture at Nickelodeon and read Jeanette McCurdy's autobiography. These young actors were abused, objectified, groomed, and pitted against each other. They go in innocent and come out a wreck. And all for what? A crappy show with cheap jokes and awful role models? Is it worth a kid's innocence and future? Executives don't care. America only cares about money and power, and teen sitcoms are a prime example of just how bad it can really get. These shows can be a lot of fun sometimes, and I watch them if they happen to be on. But if it would have meant these kids could have grown up in a healthy, nurturing environment, I would blink them out of existence in a second.
I'm up with the sunshine.